Sometimes, the most unexpected heroes come in the smallest of forms. On this quiet afternoon, deep in the countryside, one loyal Shiba Inu proved that compassion knows no bounds. A horse, trapped in a muddy prison, had little hope left until a four-legged savior appeared. This tiny but determined dog saw what others had missed. The horse was in trouble, and it wasn't going to turn away. The Shiba Inu carefully nudges at the barbed wire wrapped around the horse's legs, whimpering softly. It tugs with its teeth, trying to pull the sharp metal away, but it's no use. The wire digs deep into the horse's flesh, and the more it struggles, the tighter it becomes. Despite its best efforts, the Shiba Inu couldn't free the horse. The barbed wire was too strong, the mud too deep. But the little dog wasn't about to give up. The dog looks around, thinking, calculating its next move. Then, with a burst of determination, it turns and sprints towards the road, its paws kicking up dirt behind it. Realizing it needed help, the Shiba Inu did something incredible. It rushed to the nearby road, hoping, praying, that someone would come to their aid. The Shiba Inu stands beside the road, its eyes scanning the horizon, ears twitching at every sound. Cars pass by, but none stop. The dog refuses to leave, pacing back and forth, desperate to catch someone's attention. For hours, the loyal dog waited. It barked, it pleaded, but no one seemed to notice. The horse's desperate cries echoed faintly in the distance, reminding the dog that time was running out. Suddenly, the distant rumble of heavy machinery grows louder. A large caterpillar excavator appears on the road, kicking up dust as it approaches. The Shiba Inu's ears perk up in recognition. This was it. This was their chance. The dog sprints toward the machine, running straight into its path, barking frantically. Throwing caution to the wind, the Shiba Inu dashed toward the massive machine, standing boldly in its path and barking with everything it had. It wasn't just seeking attention, it was demanding it. The excavator slows to a stop. Inside, an elderly driver leans out, his face weathered by years of hard work. He watches the dog curiously. I could tell right away that this wasn't just an ordinary dog looking for food. It had a purpose, a mission. The Shiba Inu leads the driver off the road and across the muddy field, glancing back occasionally to make sure he's following. Finally, they reach the trapped horse, its sides rising and falling with exhausted breaths. The driver, seeing the desperate scene before him, knew he had to act fast. The horse was losing strength, and the mud was swallowing it deeper with every passing moment. The excavator's massive bucket moves into position, gently scooping away the thick mud around the horse's body. With careful precision, the driver works tirelessly, his hands steady on the controls. The Shiba Inu stands nearby, watching intently, tail wagging with hope. The rescue wasn't easy. Every movement had to be precise. One wrong move could injure the horse even more. Finally, the last of the mud is cleared, and the horse is freed from its mucky prison. The excavator gently lifts the animal onto drier ground. The elderly man kneels beside the trembling horse, pulling a pair of pliers from his pocket. He begins the slow, delicate process of cutting away the barbed wire, whispering soothing words to the frightened animal. The wire had dug deep, leaving painful wounds across the horse's legs and sides. With patience and care, the old man carefully removed every last strand, each snip bringing the horse closer to freedom. The horse flinches, its ears flicking back, but it stays still, as if sensing the man's good intentions. Finally, the last piece of wire is removed. The horse exhales deeply, a sign of relief. The Shiba Inu, standing by, lets out a joyful bark. The elderly man retrieves a first aid kit from his vehicle and begins treating the horse's wounds. He gently cleans the injured areas with antiseptic and wraps them carefully with soft Coflex bandages. With the wire gone, it was time to tend to the wounds. Infection was a real threat, and every cut needed to be treated with the utmost care. The old man worked quickly, his years of experience showing in every touch. And through it all, the Shiba Inu never left the horse's side. As the sun sets, the elderly man builds a small fire nearby. The soft glow provides warmth to the exhausted horse, its shivers slowly subsiding. Exhaustion had set in, and the cold was creeping in. The warmth of the fire was just what the horse needed to regain its strength. The elderly man offers the horse some food, and it begins to eat slowly, cautiously. The Shiba Inu sits nearby, its tail thumping contentedly against the ground. For the first time in hours, the horse found comfort. And the Shiba Inu? It had done its job, and done it well. The elderly man stands, brushing his hands off, and looks down at the dog. "Good job, little one. You saved a life today." The horse, now standing on steadier legs, nuzzles the Shiba Inu gently in a moment of unspoken gratitude. The dog wags its tail in response. As the driver bid farewell, the unlikely pair remain together, an unbreakable bond forged through compassion and courage. The man drives off into the night, while the Shiba Inu and the horse stay behind. This story is a reminder that kindness can come from the most unexpected places. If one small dog can change the fate of a life, imagine what we can all do when we show compassion.